I have to kind of direct.
Good morning, stupid. Welcome back to hashtag 360 stupid. We are stupid people asking you smart people simple questions. King of stupid. That's me, Mike Check, MICCCZE. Switches in the Republic. What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? All the genders, fenders, benders. I am Mike Check, King of stupid here at hashtag 360 stupid. With Nasty Nate.
I am back in the house. We're back in the saddle.
We're in the saddle again.
Round two. We're going to talk about round two. What?
Oh man. Tell me.
Well,
what is round two for you?
Well, we were talking about the state of 2020. Have you ever seen a more fucked up year in your lifetime?
What? For who? It's been amazing for me.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I want to talk about.
Oh.
So if you talk about, there's many people, it's all about perspective, right?
Of course.
It's all about where you're at in life.
Yeah, absolutely.
You've done well this year.
Oh, amazingly.
Amazingly well. Absolutely. You're happy. You know what I'm saying? Like
my sex life has increased. My social life has increased.
Absolutely.
My financials increased. My business has increased.
Everything.
Everything.
Absolutely,
everything.
dude. I agree. So, to the people that are maybe
the majority of the world is struggling.
The majority of the world is struggling,
yeah.
and we don't have to get political on this. I'm not trying to take it there, but it's just where do you see the state of? Do you see something drastically coming to the United States, like a major lockdown, major martial law? What do you see happening with this?
What kind of time frame are you talking about?
Before they because of the election.
Okay.
Because of this.
Oh,
you
this
got
election?
75 million people that
nothing.
are.
This is all bull.
Yeah.
So here's the thing: every empire has crumbled.
Absolutely.
Every empire. At some point, they crumble. They melt into another country. Something happens. Now, America's been around a long, long time, and it's mainly because of the idea that we're just kind of acceptance of whatever we're with and who we're working with. Whereas before it was just like my country, my rules, and I'm going to destroy everything.
Absolutely. Who's big for that? Was it Caesar or was it who's Rome? Who brought down Rome?
Brought down Rome. Oh.
Rome was fun.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who it was. It was like Caesar, but it's
for the same exact things.
Same principles. Yeah.
So there is a shift happening that can crumble the American market, but will impact the global market. And of course, that is money.
Yes.
Money.
That's right. There's
Digital
a reset happening.
currency has come into play. People, billionaires, who swore up and down that Bitcoin is a scam.
Stupid.
The only fools buy Bitcoin. And now they're in line with their millions of dollars buying up Bitcoin. So, that ain't no joke. When stupid people say simple things, then you gotta be like, it's a stupid person. When a billionaire says simple things, you gotta be like, wait a minute, what?
Absolutely. I wholeheartedly agree.
The entire planet revolves on the U.S. currency.
Absolutely.
Every drop of oil legally sold or bought on the globe has to use the American currency. If the American currency loses its dominance, ooh, man. But how's our life changed? How's the day-to-day man guy changed, right? Because if you're struggling and you don't have nothing and you're just working for the tomorrow and you're eating that day and you're just waiting to get the energy for the food to work for the next day so that you can work.
Right.
That guy? Yeah, it's the same thing.
That's very, very... That's a tough place. Nothing changes. And that's, I've been there, and part of that was
stay poor.
Absolutely. But some of that stuff is self-inflicted as far as like, okay.
I don't know why or who it's there. It's the second highest human population are poor people.
Absolutely. People don't realize that.
Who? There's a lot of different reasons for a lot of different things.
So, yeah, you talk to, people talk about oppression, people talk about, and I think there's more like, hell, I was at the bottom with them. I grew up oppressed. I didn't grow up oppressed. People talk about white privilege. I was there watching the white people too. And it wasn't just white people. It was everybody. Anybody had money.
In any country, in every country, everybody has opportunity.
Absolutely.
If you do it,
If you hustle hard
you
and get
do
it.
it.
You know, I came from damn.
now, of course, there are other things that can hinder that.
Absolutely, addictions, alcoholism. And that's just
racism, from
racism.
the global.
Absolutely,
people.
absolutely, totally agree.
Religious, sex, and
absolutely.
gender. That's a huge one. Girls can't go to school.
Girls can't, especially in other. People don't realize that in a lot of other countries, right? You know, there's more.
Women can't drive.
It's crazy.
They can't. Women, if they're alone, walking outside in the middle of the day, and a man sees her, grabs her, rapes her, it's her fault because
she was showing her
legally she's not supposed to be alone.
Wow.
A woman in some countries cannot legally be outside alone anytime, day, night, whatever.
Well, I was watching one of those. I was on a little YouTube wormhole the other night. And I came across like a Discovery Channel, like it's from Britain though. But an Iranian family had moved to England or whatever. And this lady, she went to the cops, the Britain cops or London cops, whatever, and said, "Hey, if I die, it's my family, it's my own dad that killed me."
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, "Why?" They say they think I brought dishonor because I wouldn't marry the man that they said they set me up with, which is some old man.
Yeah.
And sure enough, they didn't take her serious, and they found her beheaded.
Yeah.
And and that's very, very common.
Religion, my man.
Religion, and it's it's the and it's
religion.
And it's like what? It wasn't the oldest. I know we talked about oldest religion earlier, but is it
the creation of religion?
The creation of religion. You're right, but isn't the oldest or the most? I thought Christianity was the second biggest religion behind Muslim, but it's actually Muslims coming up. A number is two coming up, and they say in 10 years Muslim population will outgrow the Christian population.
Interesting.
It's on pace to. And and I went to church. There's times when I went to church where I thought maybe just it was more of a moral thing, or I went to go impress a girl. Have you ever find yourself in a nice little Sunday evening or Wednesday night gathering at a local church?
Oh yeah, I'm huge. I used to be huge.
Really?
I was going to be a monk.
Really, dude?
That's
cool.
I was studying all the religions I could get my hands on, Eastern, Western, all
Wow.
the things. I was starting to just look into satanic, just to know that I dipped into it, just to have a balance.
Absolutely.
And all of them sounded identical to me, and so I thought there must be a God, because why would the same message be in all the religions?
What's that message?
Just don't kill, be
Yeah,
loving.
right.
It's all the same.
more
Different
be
stories,
a good
different.
person.
Yeah, it's all the same. Don't kill, love, and give, and all the stuff. So I was like, oh, there must be a God, because he's obviously putting the message in all the cultures in their own type of way, and blah blah blah. But then you start looking a little bit more, and you start asking a little more questions. You're like, wait a minute.
There you get
How are you, the moral leader, doing those dirty things to those little girls and kids? I mean, and how is it morally okay to hurt? Under
Absolutely.
the name of God, if there is a God, and it's like a whole shindiggy. So I thought, hey, why not create my own God, my own religion?
Okay, you did.
Yeah, sure.
Well, then hey,
Now,
I'm okay with that.
The difference
I'm
is,
cool with that.
the difference is, my religion is 8.75% mandatory donations, whereas most of the other religions are 10% mandatory donations. So it's a ghetto budget type of religion.
I see what you did there.
Right?
I see what you did there.
Because, and as far as the power and authority, the idea is to remain with the church members and along with the money. So the Godhead or the leader doesn't actually get the money. The money that comes in from the members stay in a trust type of thing. And so that, if one day you can't make your house payment, well, you've been donating for 5 years.
That's what's great.
Right?
I mean,
that's the whole point. It's not
there's
for
a lot
God,
of churches
'cause God
like that.
does money.
There's a lot of Southern Baptist churches like that where I grew
That's
up.
the whole point of
That's
it,
the whole
right?
premises.
It's to be a family.
Absolutely.
Hey, today I don't have a fork. Tomorrow I'll get you a shovel.
Dude, there's people
the
that-
next day after that, we'll buy a tractor because we'll work together.
There's a lot of community. There are people that don't even go to the church. They'll just go apply for bill assistance, and they'll get they'll pay the utility bill for the week.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
There's a lot of religion-based charities. A lot of them. I've gone to them when I was homeless and I needed food. I've gone to them.
Absolutely, I have too. Absolutely. You know, there was times where, you know, I've gone to food banks, and me and my brother, when I first moved here, you know, me and my brother, I had money, you know, it wasn't that, but we just were kind of like, okay, you know, if we get into a spot, we went and started going to them, just getting one box every couple of weeks, and, you know, and it was just, and my brother volunteered to help homeless people.
Nice.
So my brother was very big, so he worked as a server at a really high-end restaurant here. And it was like a Mexican restaurant. I forgot. It's like a 5-star restaurant. Anyways, each night, you know, they would have throw away a big bunch of rice and stuff, and he would go buy plates and spoons and stuff, and he would go pull up into some of these places and start serving
America
food.
wastes enough
So much food, bro.
to feed the entire planet 4 times.
Bro, so much food, dude.
And we have to lock our
Think about it.
dumpsters
Think about it.
so that they don't get sued.
So, yeah. That's crazy. You know, like, let's think about that.
That just means we got it. That's all that means. That's all that means to me. We got it, we're making it, and if we have it, if it's mine, I have a right to waste it. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's right. I think we can do a lot of better things with it, but hey.
Right.
You know, I'm not going to look at an entire country and culture just because they have so much that they can actually throw away shit. Freedom, my man. Freedom includes waste.
Absolutely.
I buy all
Freedom,
kinds of shit. Amazon, I order stuff that I don't even open the box sometimes. This fucking thing, I come across it like months later. I'm like, oh, okay.
I know she have Amazon. I wouldn't call it Amazon obsession or addiction, but there's. Do you just think it's things you might need and you like pop up? Like, yeah, that looks good.
No, a lot of it's like boredom. A lot of it's loneliness, and I like getting things in the mail. So it feeds an emotional aspect of it, 100%. Of course,
I respect that.
some of it is, of course, some of it is needed stuff and work stuff and saves money stuff. But a lot of times, just like little knickknacks, something pops in my head. I'm like, hey, I wonder if, you know, an eraser for this pencil, something, which I'll never use again, you know. But
Right,
you know, for
absolutely.
$3, that entertains me for like, you know, a month.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And if you got it, you can do it.
Absolutely,
But if you
I
don't
agree.
got it, you can't do nothing with it.
I agree.
So I like to enjoy myself. I like to spend my money because I'm making that money. Talking about money. What are you gonna do with all that money, Nathan?
Oh man, when we
Hey,
get rich,
that's the rich. Yeah, what are you gonna do with all that money, man?
you know, hopefully it helps somebody. You know, honestly.
Bro, you're always helping somebody.
I would
What are you
think-
gonna do for like your fun? I mean, just, you know, you said traveling. Like, where would you want to go?
I would want to go with some of the experience, like maybe me and you just say let's just go jet set and just go, you know, even like Dubai or something, even like some of the just something cool.
Yeah.
Like let's go.
You've been to Mexico, right?
I haven't. Yeah. I want to go to Rocky.
What? You've never been to Mexico?
I've never been to Mexico. Though. We gotta go.
You've been to Canada.
I've never been to Canada. I've never
What?
been to the United States.
What?
Never.
Oh my God! You don't even have a passport?
I've been to Hawaii. I don't have a passport.
You don't have
I
a
get
passport.
passport.
Wow.
Yeah, bro.
You know, for me, that's such a foreign concept.
Right.
I've always had a passport.
That's
Even-
you've always had that freedom.
No, I had to be just because we had to take off as
Oh, you're
refugees,
right.
and we went to Greece and we processed, and from that point we had, you know, our passports, and then we came here, we did the thing, and I always had a passport, and I've always, you know,
Oh,
looked at
that's right.
travel.
'Cause you
and-
came in. How old were you when that?
I was about 3 when we left Iraq. We stayed in Greece for about 3 years, so I was about 6 to 7 when we got into the States. Refugee!
Wow. Hey, man, that's great though, man. Your story, man. You've got a story, man.
So, it's like saying, like, you know, somebody doesn't have a driver's license or an ID card.
Right,
me.
to you,
Yeah,
yeah,
oh, yeah.
absolutely,
Because it's
yeah.
like, dude, I've left the country every
Do
year
you keep up with stamps?
from the age of 25.
Oh wow. So I mean, are you like a stamp
And
collector?
I've gone to over 60 countries.
Oh wow.
And
Shit.
this year, I have not left the country just yet.
Well, I mean,
I got
how
my
do you
passport.
feel?
I got my new. Oh, it's horrible. It's
Yeah,
fucking.
you-
But I'm getting a lot done,
Right.
and I'm saving a lot of money.
Right.
So for
Right.
me, bro, you know, whatever path I end up in or whatever path I take, it always ends up being like really great. Even though at that moment
You may not
I
feel
might have
okay.
to save a few dollars, or I might not have, you know, the greatest meal or the greatest bed.
Right.
But it always ends up being like phenomenal, man. like staying home. I always thought, dude, if I stop traveling, like, what's the point?
Right.
But I haven't traveled for almost, well, I take that back. I still traveled in the States, but, you know, not out of the country. But I got my extended passport book, and I got my other one, the card where you could drive back and forth. Boom. So it's just a matter of driving down to Nogales, Mexico.
Dallas. Is that what you like?
It's a very, very tiny town.
Is it?
Yeah.
Isn't that where Mormon too? A lot of Mormons live out there. Outside of
I don't
Dallas.
know.
Isn't that where the Mormons got shot?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's the Mormon. There's a lot of Mormons that go from Utah down there to outside Nogales.
So my playground was always Tijuana. Don't you wanna? I wanna Tijuana.
You like Tijuana?
Oh, bro, oh man. You know what? That might be my home.
Really?
Every time I'd go to Tijuana and cross those metal
right there in San Diego
rotary things,
uh-huh.
it's just south of San Diego, San Jose or something like that, San Juan's. It would be like liberation, bro. Once I turned that twirling metal thing and I step into Mexico, it was this sensation of just like freedom.
Really? Just like what did you do with that freedom?
And party, girls, drugs, everything like this, dude. It was just a matter of like.
Could you get coke and stuff like that?
Anything
there?
and everything, bro. There's hotel rooms that you don't get out of your car. You literally drive into it and you fucking pay at the meter while you're driving in, and then you go into the garage. It closes the garage. That garage door goes into the hotel room. Second floor, so you get a nice view of everything around you. The garage door is closed, so your vehicle's safe, and everything you order goes through a little door. Everything you ordered, bro.
Like everything?
Except the ladies.
Wow.
So you just call up and be like, por favor, chica? And they're like, sí, sí, oh. And then, like, a couple hours later, a group of women come knocking at the door. And they line up and be like, take your pick.
Hey.
Oh, Mexico, baby, Mexico. But of course, it just falls into money and poverty. Like the Philippines, whoo, my man, the Philippines. Dude, cheap if you get the local prices. Beautiful islands everywhere, bro.
Really?
I think it's like 4,000 or 7,000 islands all throughout. Man, beautiful. The people are cool. If you get to know the locals, and it's easy to get to know the locals, and dude, my man Michael, I stayed in. He has a couple of hotels.
Really?
In no, drive through.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
Yeah,
Anyways,
Michael in Philippines.
So he has hotels on the Big Island that everybody has to go to the main Boracay. Boracay is the island that everybody that knows anything about the Philippines or has been there says go there.
Who's going to BK by the house?
And then I'm like, okay, I'll check it out because
right. He knows. So
I didn't make any plans when I got to the Philippines. I literally just booked a room in the Manila, and I was there for like, I don't know, 3-4 days. I'm walking around and I'm just talking to the locals. I'm like, where should I go? They're like, Boracay. I'm like, fuck, okay, let me check out this Boracay thing. I get a flight there. I go to the main Big Island, and then you gotta take a bus from the airport to the ferries, and then the ferry's over. Dude, you want to talking about an amazing white sand beaches that get raked every night, clean, beautiful. Like,
really?
Like, oh, that place.
How do you spell that? Is that Boracay like it sounds?
Yeah, BRACI, Boracay, or something like that. Yeah. Man, let me tell you, this island is so amazing that they made special laws to allow visa extensions from that island.
Wow, Ernie Braca.
There's so many people that end up extending past their visa that they were getting arrested, that they put a guy just to stamp people's extension.
Wow.
That place,
Wow.
my man, it's like
So people overstay and just like-
they just don't want to leave. They'll just stay and then they'll get in trouble and they're like, you know, rich people that they don't want to get nobody in trouble.
Right, right.
So they're like, you know what? Don't worry, we'll change the laws. We'll literally bring somebody here. Just go to this office. You don't even have to leave the island.
Wow.
That's it. And like this, bro, I'm talking like this. They'll get it done. And you go to the main offices, you're talking like 3 days of just waiting in lines. No shit, like just waiting.
to become like a
No, just to get your extension on your visa.
Yeah.
Whereas these people, like, you know, they just walk in and like, hey, John, hey, Bob, hey,
Wow.
stamp everything. All right, here's the fee, which is like, you know, $50. Whereas over there, $50 will feed like 10 families, and that's it. You get your extension, and everything's good. On a Boracay. Oh, dude, what a beautiful. So I went there, and I'm like, dude, what is this? This is not my place, man. I even got the room for a couple of nights because everyone's just like, you gotta go there. And I got a young lady who was helping tourists, like a guide kind of thing.
Right.
And she showed me around, and she happened to be Michael's niece. And because when we were walking around, dude, she was with me like, I want to say 4 hours. You know, just showing me, taking me the bus, because I didn't want to do like the taxi thing. I'm like, let's do the local thing. She's like, okay, it'll just take a little bit longer. And it was cheap anyways, like 35 cents for a taxi, like a motorcycle taxi ride thing. Oh, love
man,
the
that's
Philippines,
cool,
man.
man.
Love the Philippines.
I heard. What about the men? The men dressed as women out there. That's something you gotta watch out for.
Oh yeah, the transgender and gender fluidity on all that stuff. Yeah, it's a whole thing there.
Yeah.
A lot of homeless kids. There's a lot of people. It's a Catholic. Based government or country.
Yeah.
But like hardcore. Like no one takes the. They're kind of getting out of the, you know, using birth control and stuff like that. But before it was like nothing. No condoms, no birth control. Everyone's fucking having kids because, you know, it's a tropical island. Everyone's half naked.
Right,
it's always
right.
beautiful. Yeah, it is.
Damn, dude.
The Philippines. Man, I had
let's
so
fucking do
much
it.
fun there, man.
Let's do it.
So I get to the island, and she shows me the room. Bro, oh my God. $50 a night.
Was it on the beach?
No. I was like, yeah, it was the apartment place was,
Right.
you know,
You can see. Nice
dude,
view.
I can't even begin. It was your typical tropical paradise magazine room, you know?
Wow.
Everything marble, everything beautiful, everything clean. I'm like, this is not my place, man.
Right,
I'm
right.
a backpacker. I'm talking like, give me the $5 room. So I said, hey, this is great. I'll check it out. But if you're not doing anything when I check out, I'd like, you know, come back and I'll pay you again to show me like the other side, you know, like
Right.
the real shit. She goes, okay. So she came back. I said, the first thing I need is a phone. She goes, okay, I'll take you to my uncle's. Took me to Michael's. We got the phone. We got the deal. And he was honest. Michael's always been honest. He always puts the prices of everything, you know, so you're not going to get cheated and everything.
Right.
So the phone was like $60, brand new phone in the
Wow.
Philippines with their service and everything. Yeah. Gave me the legit deal and all that stuff. And as soon as we finished the deal, I go, okay, Michael, you know, the deal's done. I said, let's go for drinks after work. And he goes, okay. Just like that. I just literally met this guy, went to his shop, bought a phone.
Wow.
And I'm just like, dude, you want to go for beers afterwards? You guys? Okay, great. I got to know him. Moved into his room in one of his hotels.
Oh wow.
Are you ready for this?
Yep.
$200 for the month.
Holy shoot.
I could spit out my patio. It would hit the beach.
Wow.
He goes, you don't have to pay the rent. He goes, just pay the utilities. He goes, I don't care. I'm just happy there's an American. And
Wow.
he likes to practice his English.
How long was? So he was.
Oh, so Michael had been on those big cargo ships, and as a, you know, sailor, as a working on the things, I don't know, maintenance or something. He worked, I think, like 10, 15 years. Saved all
What's
his
his
money.
nationality?
Filipino.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's
this was
with
in the
Michael,
Philippines.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of their names are Spanish based because
Oh,
they were under
okay.
the Spanish rule and all that. We actually liberated them, so they love Americans, you know. So Michael said, come and stay. He goes, I'll make you breakfast. Just come out. And when he comes to do his briefings with his staff, he goes, afterwards we'll have breakfast, and you and I'll practice my English.
Oh yeah.
I go, okay. He goes, that way you get a breakfast and I get my English.
Right.
I go, perfect. Dude, every morning, this guy had a spread
Wow.
for me. Every morning, American style breakfast, brother. You know what I mean? Because when you're not home and I'm a breakfast guy and you just want that, steak and eggs.
Right.
Dude, he brought the steak and eggs.
He brought the heat.
He brought the potatoes. He brought it all. I'm like, what's up, Michael? Dude, every
Yeah,
morning
dude.
I'd be up, we'd be chatting. I'm not talking like crazy early, just regular time. Man, Michael, dude, this guy was
So you
so
go back in time, or
Huh? No, I've
you
been.
still keep in touch with him?
Oh
or-
yeah. The taxi guy in Manila ended up letting me stay in his house or in his apartment
Wow.
because I was kind of running low. Guys, I was just having so much fun. I wasn't budgeting, so I
Right,
was like,
right.
"Guys, this is so cheap."
Right. Yeah.
So I started looking for a cheap hotel. I was paying him for an entire day of driving around, which was I think like $8 or something.
Right. Yeah.
And he was happy as hell. And we went to I was like, hey, go through a drive-thru, let me get some food. He goes, okay. I got him food. Dude, he wouldn't eat the food. I was like, something wrong with the food? He goes, oh, no. He goes, this is like, this doesn't happen.
Oh wow.
And so I'm going to save it for my children.
Wow.
A drive-thru burger joint that cost maybe $3 for a meal
Wow.
was so rare for this guy that he wanted to save, not even one fry. One
Wow.
fucking fry, dude. I was like, this guy is not gonna eat a fry. You know how you just jump into the
Right.
thing and you grab a fry.
Hell
This guy didn't
yeah,
grab a
dude.
fry, dude. He just left
Wow.
everything. The soda, nothing was touched until he got home, and he gave it all to the kids. He didn't even have a
Wow.
fucking
How
thing,
cool,
man.
man.
I go, this guy's honest.
this guy-
This guy, I could work with this guy. He goes, what? So we were driving around going to cheap hotels. He goes, what's your goal? Like, what's going on? I go, I just got to save some money. I'm kind of budget, I spend a little bit too much. He goes, why don't you just come over and stay at our place?
Wow.
I said, I go, what do you mean? He goes, yeah. He goes, I'll just kick one of the kids out of the room and, you can just crash there and
Wow.
save some money. And then whenever you're ready, go. I said, okay.
Right.
I said, let's give it a go. Went over there. And it was kind of out of the city. It was awesome experience, like getting the local thing.
Right.
Where he took me, there was a lot of people, but no foreigners.
Oh wow.
No foreigners. So me popping out of the taxi in
Right.
in those little alleyways where they had the little tiny apartments tucked in the buildings and stuff. Everyone's like, who the what?
Right.
Bro, I'm sitting on their couch. First time in their house, right? We're just sitting, being polite, chatting it up. First time. Neighbors would literally swing the door open, stick their head in, and just stare at me.
Steer you.
Not small,
Wow.
not this, as if it's like
A corner.
something mystical. They don't know how to they don't know greeting. They just like what? Oh, and then they just close the door and leave. I'm like, what's going on?
All right.
I was like, this is interesting.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, all other genders, friends, benders, I am Mike, check. This is #360Stupid. We are signing off with Nasty Nate. Thank you, everybody, for
later.
listening in. We are happening. This is happening. Whew. Thank you for the privilege of your time. Good night, stupid.